Probably would help there if I unmuted. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Joel, what's up, brother?
Once I find the mute button. I think we posted it.
I think I unmuted you. You probably remuted yourself. So here we are. We have quite a few folks already joined in. Hey, guys, first and foremost, definitely appreciate the flexibility on the time shift. I had to move it half an hour to the right. Had a really late day at work today, but we're here, and we are less than 24 hours, about 24 hours away from the event. I'm getting ready for the event. Let me check our usual here. We'll look at weather because I haven't looked at it in a couple of days. See, I usually do King George. Can everybody hear me okay too? Do I need to turn anything up, turn anything down? How are we sounding?
Sounds good here.
King George weather right now. And again, we have quite a decent portion of the Tidal Rappahannock that we'll be fishing. But King George is kind of a good reference for weather anyway. But we're looking pretty clear. It looks to be pretty good, low winds. A little bit of thunderstorm seeing tonight. Actually, not much. It might have been from earlier today. But yeah, right as of right now, everything looks to be good weather-wise. We did go ahead, and if you haven't noticed, we did shift the start times for this event. We moved it back an hour. That was partially due to a copy and paste from the last event where we started at 7 instead of our normal 6:30 time frame, and that was primarily due to a lot of the boat ramps at some of the lakes that we were fishing for that event didn't open until 7, or we thought that they didn't open until at least 7. So, but we went ahead and fixed that. I know, it may cut a little bit of that falling tide out of play later on, depending on where you are at on the river. But 06 will at least get us on the water sooner. Hopefully get us in front of a lot of the boat traffic that the Rappahannock will see or tends to see on most weekends. So to get us out and launched up early and fishing, as the sun's coming up. So it should be good. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, yeah, I guess we'll go. Joel, do you have anything to open with before I get started with the main portion here?
No, I think we're good.
All right, cool. And
just checking everything.
Yeah, as usual, monitor the questions, guys. If you have questions, post them up, and we will get to them as we, go through. If it's pertinent, if not, we'll wait to the end to answer it. But I'll try to leave no question unanswered. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Let's look right now. We're looking at 38 anglers for this event so far. We still have a day and a half or day or so for folks to get signed up. I do have to do a refund. Gentleman had to back out, but no worries there. I think we'll still hit over 40 for this event, no problem. So it should be a pretty good payout. If I just base this off of guessing right now, going over to our document library, you can find the payout table on our website, NVKBA.com. Let me go ahead and zoom in here for, let's just say it's a 40 angler field. First place is going to take home $775. So that's really good. And then obviously we just go up from there. If we are going to hit 1,000 for this event, we're going to need 52. But you never know. A lot of folks wait to the last minute to sign up. Heck, to tomorrow's Friday, maybe payday for some folks. So you never know. Like I said, the weather's looking great, guys. Definitely spread the word. I know our midsummer events sort of, this is kind of that point of the season where we do start to see a decline in numbers. A lot of vacations, right? A lot of summer activities going on. We got, I don't know about you, the rest of you guys, I know here in Stafford County, we'll be going back to school here in a few weeks for the kids. So just a lot of moving parts. So definitely understand the lower numbers for this event. But we are going to make it just as good as every other event and try our hardest to make it worth everyone's while. Big shout out to Highmark Brewery. They are going to be hosting us at the awards. We're shooting for 4 p.m. That should give folks plenty of time to get off the water, get your photos submitted by 2:30. And then, depending on where you are on the river, I know I'm going to be pretty close to that part of Fredericksburg, but we may have folks fishing further down south. So it should give you plenty of time to come on up and hang out with us for the awards. And then obviously we'll get you guys on your merry way once those are completed. As always, You have to be a 2023 NVKBA member for this event. This is an event towards 2023 AOY. Eligible water for this event is the tidal portion of the Rappahannock River. Okay, we're not smallmouth fishing. Even though smallmouth are in play, this is not a river, what we would consider a river, moving river type tournament. This is a tidal tournament, very similar to our Potomac River tournaments. That being said, smallmouth, like I said, are still in play. If you are fishing up closer to city docks, you are more likely to catch those smallmouth. So definitely submit them. Don't be afraid to submit those. And then we are also doing our very first ever snakehead side challenge for this event. Big shout out to Virginia Kayak Anglers Elite and the folks over there for helping us out with this. I am defaulting to them for this event when it comes to the measurement and the scoring of all snakeheads. Okay. And one thing I did want to point out, I know I think their rules say that it's usually event specific on whether or not you are allowed to harvest a snakehead. I don't care if you keep it, okay? You can catch release snakehead here in Virginia. It is legal. For this event, I don't care if you keep them. If you measure the fish, make sure it is alive when you measure it, and then dispatch afterwards, okay? Just keep that in mind. But again, big shout out to VKAE. Brush up on their rules. I have those rules and the link posted in the tournament details, and I believe we also sent that out via email on Fishing Chaos. So looking forward to that. Our first ever snakehead side pot. Thank those guys.
We're gonna have to copy one of the rules for next year, which is no satisfaction guarantee.
I like that a lot.
It's my favorite rule. I sent it to Joe this week. I'm like, I'm stealing this.
Yes. Yeah, that is definitely going to be plagiarized. No, that's good stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'd like to see some good snakeheads come out of this for sure. $5 buy-in. I think right now for the snakehead payout, let's look. Obviously, everybody's in big fish, so you take, the math on that. If I round it to 40 times 5, you're taking home probably at least $200, if not more, for this tournament for the side pot for bass. For snakehead, let me look here really quick. We got 58 tickets sold. So 28 tickets just for 20 tickets just for snakehead. So, right there, $100, right? Or I'm bad.
Yeah, it's 100.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It'll only go from there. So definitely nice little chunk of change for catching one fish, right? And we are going longest fish on that. So if you do have a catch board and it's only 26, 20?
26.
Yeah, 26 is catch. That's all that's going to count for that, guys, unfortunately. So highly recommend going out and finding one of those Fraybill sliding bump boards that is authorized for this tournament. And I think they go up to 36 on that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to find one between now and tomorrow. But they are also on Amazon for like $20. I don't know if you can get it here by tomorrow, but if you need it, definitely check it out. All right, let's see here. Go back to the event. So we talked about, yes, tidal portion of the Rappahannock River, definitely stay between the Route 1 bridge, the Cambridge Street, that's your northernmost boundary, all the way south of the 360 bridge. Do not go past those bridges on either side. You can fish any of the tributaries as far as you can paddle or float from them. So keep in mind, no portaging, no getting out of the kayak to drag it over something. Any creeks, canals, channels, anything connecting those boundary waters is definitely in play. So there's quite a few of those, so definitely check them out if you haven't yet. There's some pretty good fishing up in those creeks. Kind of treat it like the tidal Potomac, although the Rappahannock River, you'll have some pretty good luck on the main river. I do believe it's quite a bit deeper than the tidal Potomac. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joel. But there's definitely
there's deep water, yeah.
A lot of variety.
Yeah, the channels stay deep.
And the channels do too. That's good to know. So definitely keep that in mind, guys. There are going to be big boats out there. Keep your flags up. We are going to be launching. Most likely, most of y'all will be launching in the dark, so have your lights and things like that. Of course, any public any public access launch is legal, and we're going to do the check-in and check-out feature on Fishing Chaos. If you can't check out, I apologize. I'll try to keep that open so that folks can check out. Just bear in mind that even though it may say that the tournament's over at 2:30 for checkout purposes, cutoff is 2 p.m. for fishing. Okay, so 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and even 8 hours for that. PFDs, as always, need to be on with your Coast Guard approved whistle, and unless you're changing articles of clothing or going to the restroom, expect it to be on if you have a line in the water. See, obviously, alcohol, illegal substances are illegal. Do not do it. You don't want to DQ you. We want you to come back and fish with us. And then, let's see. Black bass includes smallmouth, largemouth, 5 fish limit, and a 12-inch minimum for all fish. And as we said earlier, your $45 entry fee does include big fish, with the snakehead side, the optional snakehead side pot. Of course, as always, by signing up for this event, you do agree with the terms and conditions that are outlined in the 2023 NVKBA release and liability waivers that are available when you sign up on Fishing Chaos, as well as our website, nvkba.com. Check out the document library. There's other good stuff in there as well. Let's see. If you're new, make sure you got the identifier card. Had a few questions about that over the last couple of weeks of folks not knowing what to do. Read the rules. Please read the rules. Please read the event description. If you do have questions, don't hesitate to call me, email me. My phone number is right there in Fishing Chaos. All you got to do is click call the tournament director, and it'll give me a call, or you can text that number as well. But yes, like I said, read the rules, guys. I hate DQing fish that are just simple mistakes.
Just to repeat something you said there too, the best way to get a hold of Mike is those options or the messenger, not necessarily tagging him in a Facebook post.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
It's
I do
lots of stuff gets lost in there easily. So
yeah, absolutely. I do try my best to monitor social media, but it's not the primary means of communication for me. Just so that hit me up on Chaos. Actually, on Fishing Chaos, there's a chat feature. Now that is good. I don't see that immediately. I have to actually log into the app to go check it out. But once I do log in, it'll have a little notification for me. So you can use the chat feature in Fishing Chaos. Just know that that's probably the, I don't want to say worst way, but that's going to be the most time consuming. Definitely a call or a text is your best way. Or email. Email, I'll see it pops up on my phone immediately. Yes. So any questions coming in, Joel?
Nothing so far. Just something to add. Chapman reminded, I'm glad he said something because I saw it earlier this week. There was an update in Fishing Chaos.
Yes.
Two or three of us have tried to log in and weren't able to actually even get to the login on the app. You could log in online. It was no problem. I actually had to uninstall and reinstall in order to get past the update because I updated it, but it was erroring, and it's working now. So just make sure you log in, check that. If it's not working, just do a full wipe and put it back on. I didn't have to log in. As soon as I reinstalled it, it worked immediately. So
good, very good, very important, because I'm sure I'll have a phone call or email or something on Saturday morning saying, "Hey, I can't upload fish," or "I can't check in," or things like that. So update the app, update, and do as Joel said. If that's not working, delete, reinstall. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because that's something that I noticed earlier this week. I saw an update, and I knew I wanted to bring it up in this event or in this captain's meeting. So thanks, man. What version?
Someone just asked. It's I'm on 2.0.5. That was the most recent update that I had.
2.0.5.
I'm also on Android, so that might also be part of it.
Yeah, I have an iOS. I think I can go in here and check that really quick. Bear with me one moment.
Yeah, and if you can log in, you should be good. And just check. There's the checker in there. I can't remember what part it's under, where you can actually check to make sure all of your location settings are on.
That's funny because I just updated, and now it's telling me to update again. So let me.
Yeah, I want to say it was at 2.02 or 3 earlier in the week, and then it updated again.
Got it. So yeah, I'm on iOS, and it is 2.0.5 as well. Yep, appreciate it there, Gunny. Um, so yeah, that's good catch. That I looked that up myself. Giuseppe, we're gonna find you, man. No, I'm not. I'll probably have a very hard time finding that man. If it's, oh, that's what he's talking about. Finding him with the board. I'm not sure who that is. Just says Facebook user. He said if it's bigger than my board, he's going to chase down Giuseppe.
It was Lee. It was Lee. Yeah.
Oh, Lee. Okay. Nice. Yeah, guys. I mean, that's pretty much it for the captain's meeting. Obviously, these captain's meetings, you know by now what I do is I go down each item in the details because it's important. I mean, a lot of folks look at them, but they may not fully understand them, or they may not, read them to their fullest extent. So that's really the primary purpose here, is to reiterate what we put out. Okay. So if you do have questions, like I said, bring them up to me, bring them up to Joel. I will be judging this tournament. So I'm not going to be fishing it. I'm going to have Riley and my father-in-law out there. So I'm going to be hanging out, judging, and hopefully I'll be staying on top of it for.
You want to touch on that? You want to touch on that at all with the hand placements, just to make sure that.
Yeah. So I mean, some of you may have noticed. There was a few posts and stuff like that with folks questioning. Certain DQs and deductions and things like that. Really what that boiled down to is the dispute period, right? We have a dispute period for a reason. That's not just for you to dispute something on your end. It's also for other anglers to check the leaderboard, to challenge, right? So you have challenge periods during the tournament, and then you have dispute period afterwards. And if an angler sees something that's off, they bring it to my attention. And this time it happened on multiple occasions because we've had an outside entity scoring all of our fish this time, which we're a little more strict than maybe I have been in the past. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. But with that being said, there are the fish hand position rules are there for a reason. They are very clear on the KBF page on where you can and cannot have your hand, any portion of your hand. I don't care if it's the tip of your fingernail at this point. It's going to get either DQ'd or deducted based on based on where your hand is on the fish. We've had hands that were past the anal fin and the dorsal fin, as well as touching the eyeball, maybe not covering the eyeball, but it's still touching. And according to KBF rules, that zone is a no-touch zone. So no touch means no touch, right? Going past a red line means going past a red line. So that's where we're at with it. We have become more stringent with it. If for some reason I don't catch it, please bring it to my attention. I do my best, but like I said before, I'm human. I'm not perfect, but I am going to try my best. And like I said, with this moving forward, we are going to be more, scrutinizing these fish just a little bit more. Okay, and it's important, right? These are AOY points. These are, this is hard-earned money. This is, at the end of the day, like I said, we're all here to have fun. We're all here for something bigger than ourselves. We're here for the camaraderie and all that good stuff and the fun that comes behind competing. But at the end of the day, this is a sport. This is we have to uphold our integrity for that. So, and that's one thing that for those who have known me for a while and have been with me since this club had started, that I try to be as transparent as I possibly can and more. So that's kind of where we're at right now, and we want to continue to improve, and it makes us better in general. It makes us better anglers, especially for those anglers that we're preparing to send to the national trails and these national events and things like that. So that's pretty much all I got to say on that. If you have questions about it, please let me know, but pay attention to that no hand and that no touch rule and that no touch photo that's on KBF on the KBF rules. Did I miss anything, Joel?
I think we said it last time too. I mean, if you had to hold the fish, try to get your one good photo that way, and then try to get one if you can without your hands, just to keep yourself in the clear. Like just always have it back up. And then the other one to add too is just the identifier, that the identifier and the fish aren't touching. So that's a.
And it's okay if like a fish fin covers a portion of the identifier card, but obviously the identifier card cannot be anywhere covering any portion of the fish. So That's came
Yep.
up. Yeah, that came up. Was it last year? I think there was an issue with that.
Yeah,
But
that, and then I think the only other one, just making sure that the final lines are visible if you have it on, like, say, a catch ID holder, um, that it's not blocking the actual lines where the tail is touching, so you can actually make out what that is. Sometimes the photos cut where you can't quite make out that last marker, and
yeah.
it ultimately would end up in a DQ because it got cropped out.
And
So
try to get the entire fence, the entire bump where that fish's mouth is touching. Get that whole thing in the picture. I hate seeing cut off fences, right? That the fence is that
yep,
portion that meets the board where your fish's mouth is touching, right?
yep,
Try to get the
guilty.
whole thing in the photo, and then also give me some space after the tail. All right, that is one thing that I probably haven't
Yep.
harped on enough. But I see a lot of photos that just give me an inch or so, barely an inch, where I can't even see the last number on your measuring board. Let's just say it's an 18. I got to be able to see 19. I'd like to be able to see 20 on that board. Okay. I like a good inch or two after that tail of the fish. Really get your camera up high, as high as you possibly can. Trust me, your phone's going to take a good photo. We have the ability to zoom in on the app on my computer. So don't worry about getting too close. All right. Take your photo, get it up high, get the whole board, get your deck of your kai, get your ugly feet in there, and just make sure you have a good solid photo. All right. Because that it goes a long way. It really does.
You get bonus points for feet picks too. So, uh, yeah.
Throw them on Feet Finder for you.
No, yeah, that's how we fund the club now.
Yeah, yeah.
The Mike brought up another good reminder too. A lot of these, I've been to 4 of these ramps, and many of them are single launch. So, uh, if you're putting your, if you're launching with a trailer, be ready to get out of the way or tie up. I mean, the tide is. I mean, I'm not a tidal fisherman. The current rips on this river, and it definitely, yeah, ramp etiquette. The it You can't back a trailer now and have a kayak on the ramp at the same time in most places that I've been to. So get out of the way as quick as you can. Many of the won't name which ramps, but you're gonna have to tie up, and if there's any boats there, it's the same issue. So uh, be efficient on the ramp and launch early, get out of the way, and make room for other competitors and other obviously people on the water. So
Who was the asking about low vis photos?
let's see,
Was that in reference to?
Mr. Hogan.
You mean you have to pay for them? Like, what are you talking
Who are you
about?
talking about? No, he was asking his low vis photos if you're going to turn that feature on, but I don't think it's needed. I mean, I haven't, and maybe someone else. I've been to a few Pete spots, but I mean, I haven't had
If we have
any
issues with
cell
it,
issue.
yeah,
Yeah,
and if we have, I'm not going to turn it on right now, but if we have issues with it, just let me know and I'll turn it on. It's too easy for me to go in on my phone and turn that switch on in Fishing Chaos.
I mean, I like it personally, but I'm not going to say that it's necessarily. I haven't had issues with service, but
So
again,
the
I haven't
low
caught
vis
any.
photos, like
Haven't
some
had
of
it.
them are.
Yeah,
Sorry to talk over you. I was just saying the low
I know
vis.
you're good.
Some of them are difficult for me to see.
Yeah,
Some, not all. Some of them are pretty good. But.
I don't know. I've not understood why the Facebook user shows up. I mean, I can see who it
I
is
don't
on
get that
Facebook,
either.
but
I only see it on my end. I'm not sure. Maybe
no,
because
it's the same here. I don't know if it's because we're not logged in or how that works, but it never shows up appropriately.
yeah.
Any other questions?
Obviously, huge shout out to all of our sponsors. Really, as always, we don't say it enough. We couldn't do what we do without them and their support to bring you guys some awesome prizes and stuff to fish for. Waiting on an announcement from Rappahannock River Company. We're also waiting on. No, not waiting on, but we do have a few cool things in store here for the last couple. Well, not the last events, but for the classic, building up to the classic. We have set aside some club funds for that to make that very special. Really looking forward to that. Huge shout out to Hardman team as well. They're going to be coming up and big time here, helping us out with the upcoming charity tournament that I still I'm in the process of working on that, but we are going to hold a benefit tournament after the Classic, sometime probably mid-October, as I've mentioned before. So we're looking forward to that, supporting our brand new Fredericksburg Heroes on the Water chapter. Please, guys, support our sponsors. Go buy from them. Use the discount codes. If you don't have the discount codes, if for some reason you lost them in your email or something, just let me know. We'll get those out to you. A lot of them, if you just search our Facebook group, you'll find some of them. Jake's Bait and Tackle, Bent Rod Fishing, VA Boys, Catch even they have a discount code for us. We got quite a bit here, guys. It's going to save you a ton of money. Road Gear, Amped Outdoors, Real Snot.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying on Catch there too. If guys are interested in ordering boards, and not for a discount for the order, but I'm trying to get the oval logo loaded up in there so that we can actually just get them printed with that if you wanted to on any of the Catch X boards.
That'd be beautiful. Catoctin Creek got a great discount from Mark Burks. I'm actually working with him right now on my very first BFS rod, so I'm looking forward to getting one of those from Catoctin Creek, and I'll be sure to share that and everything on the page for you guys. Hopefully, I'll have it, by the Classic, we'll be able to show it off. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Where's the Classic? That's a great question. I don't know yet. It is, like I said before in the email, I think I have it down to about 2 different places right now that I'm trying to decide between. I need to get with DWR to make sure everything's on the go for those if they're going to be at DWR Lake. So we're trying to find something different. Okay, we're trying to find something that no one angler has a real advantage on. Right, trying to level the playing field. Now that said, that's not going to happen every year. It's just impossible. Right, we fish our waters, and that's not the point of it. Isn't to make it some exquisite disparate location that nobody knows. Right, we're just trying to explore different things because we do have a smaller crowd for the Classic, so we want to try to take advantage of maybe some of these smaller waters that can host us. But obviously, there's a couple that we have right now. I'm hoping to have that all wrapped up before the next trail stop. So give me between now and trail stop number 6 to have that squared away, and we'll make sure you guys have a good month or so to pre-fish that. Yeah, Gunny, when you talk about teams, yes. So not for the Classic, obviously, but for that Heroes on the Water event, that will more than likely be a team event, 2-man teams, or 2 women teams, or man and women, whatever it's going to be a team. You can bring a kid, spouse, loved one, best friend. Get somebody new into kayak fishing that maybe doesn't know how to do it, so that you can help them. Like, it's going to be a very chillax. I'm not worried about the whole communication rule for this event. So I'm trying to make it as fun and as big as possible. So I want just too. Sorry, go ahead.
You just reminded one there too. One more thing is the communication on the water. I don't know if you want to cover that. I mean, I can.
Yeah, you can get it.
So I mean, no calling buddies, no talking on the water really about like if you launch with a buddy or you have someone you fish with, you're not supposed to be talking about what you're catching on, or I mean, you can talk about your day kind of. You got a limit or they're not biting, but like really, it's
no details. We're not trying to have details in there. Like, I don't want to make it like where you have to be clam shut. It's not about.
It's really. Shouldn't be getting phone calls from your buddy and say, "Oh, they're biting over here," and that kind of stuff, or they're only eating green pumpkin today, Peter. I'm just. I always get a text message.
What is it? Underspin Whopper Plopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you mention the banquet too? Not to drag this out any further. I know you put it in the email, but.
Yep.
Just in case anyone didn't read it.
We are going to have a banquet. It's going to more than likely be the next day. And I want that to be something to where, I want you to bring your families, your friends, your significant others to that and just have a good time. Kind of our one last big event before the holidays as the season's closing. Obviously, like I said, we still have the benefit tournament, but it's kind of that last chance. I want everybody to come refreshed. I don't want you to have to worry about being away from your family all evening after a tournament kind of thing. So we'll make it that Sunday after the tournament, probably somewhere around lunchtime. I would like to have it catered, so I'm looking into that. Obviously, it's going to be free. I don't want you guys to have to pay for anything. We're going to use whatever club funds we have left to try to make it happen. So just keep that in mind. Mark that on your calendars. I'm going to put a Facebook event up as well for the end of season banquet. That's going to take place on Sunday. What is that? September
23rd, I think. I think it's the 23rd.
I think I have it for the 23rd for the Classic, so the 24th. It'll be Sunday the 24th for the banquet. So please mark your calendar, Sunday, September 24th. And again, that's obviously where we're going to announce the winners, the AOY, all that good stuff. So, but anyway, we are just shortly after that half-hour mark. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Please, I guess if you're watching, you already watched. But if you missed any of it, please go back and watch. And we'll see you guys Saturday. Looking forward to a great event. Joel, anything else, man?
Nope. Just good luck. That's all I'll say. It's been fun.
Oh, hey, real quick. Sorry, one more time. Where are we at on AOY?
Oh, let's see. I can pull it up here.
I don't want to put you on the spot. I know we have it on the page here somewhere.
I ought to be able to share my screen. Just give me 1 second. I will after this event update, and this image is so freaking blurry. I don't know why I did this.
So
I got it. I think I can
Oaks
present.
is still in the lead, right? Oaks is still in the lead. James Coleman and Vic Hendricks and Mike Hogan, extremely close race for the top four. So, and I know.
Can you see this? Is it sharing on the screen?
It is now.
Okay. So yeah, Greg's lead 730. James not far behind, 708. Victor's at 702. Mike Hogan's at 696, and Matt Chapman is at 682. Nathan Updike also is at 680, and I believe is a rookie and leading that race as well.
Nice.
John Mehus is 668. Eddie Butler is 664 and 8. Nate Chalice ninth at 616, and Olivier Geyer at 608. I will, after this event, probably go through and flag Rookie of the Year as well. Remember, it is drop one event, so this is really probably going to shake up after this week. I mean, we'll have we'll have 5 of the 6 events fished, but
after Trail 6, you're going to see it shake up.
Yeah, Greg's got a big lead right here, right now, but there's a handful of guys here that haven't fished an event that are in the mix still, and a few guys here also that have and I'm not going to say a bad event, but an event that can drop if they get back up in, like, say, the top 20 to make up some ground there. So it's definitely within that top. I'm not going to say all the way into the top 30, but in that top 15 or so. I mean, it's really anyone's game still.
Yep. Good stuff. Appreciate it, man. All right, for real this time, we'll go ahead and let you guys have to go for the evening. Appreciate it very much. See y'all on Saturday. And with that being said, I will cue the music.